Okay, we're gonna do a quarter sawing lesson, and it's a little different technique that I watched a video and made some notes on it. It was called a gun barrel quarter saw. So here's my little picture of it that I saw. So it said you take 3 boards out of the center, and then you rotate that and take the next vertical grain. So that's what quarter sawing is you're looking for vertical grain, which means it's not plain slice. Yeah, this ain't not going to show up too well. So the grain lines are running this way, and so what you get with oak is you get this nice tigering, this flecking. You can see the nice, and so these, I had 3 oak logs that have been sitting here for probably 4 years. The bark has fallen off, the outside is composting, but the heart is good. So here's, I'm on my 3rd one now. I did 1 log, and so here's I cut some tops, or all the way around the outside. I did a slice off the top, get rid of some of the decay. But so and so, see the heart, you got to get rid of all that. So you're looking for all this lumber that's out here, and you get all that nice character. This will have some pretty color to it because it's so old. There's a little bit of decay, a little spalting, you might say. So, and it was, so you end up, when you take those middle 3 boards out, you end up with a chunk. You end up with 2 chunks, right? Because you just cut the middle of that out. You can see how nasty the log is, but the heart is still good. That's what oak doesn't. It's very resistant to decay. So and so last time I monkeyed around with 1 piece on the mill, and you want to basically turn it at a 45 degree, and then you're slicing this way, right? So that's what I showed you, those boards. There's a wedge on every board. There's a 45 degree taper, and then so you got to set this whole thing up at a 45. Take some cuts till you get down towards the center. So you're doing this type of stuff. You're doing again, and it produced some really nice green. And then I flipped it all the way over, and then it sits on this. So now it's easier. And then you just do the same thing here, and then you go all the way over and you do the last cuts here. So I'm gonna modify this last one to make it a little simpler. So I'm going to do the 3 boards out of the center of this, and I'll end up with 3 small corners that maybe will be a little easier for me to manipulate into a 45, and then continue on with the last cuts out of each of these 4 sections. So that's my trick. I'm just gonna try it. It's like, maybe it's easier. Otherwise, you got to cut the whole log in 4s and take 3 off, and then you cut off the bottom, and then you keep flipping, boom, 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 flipping. And what you get is, as you move out to the outside, you lose all of the nice, you're not cutting through the vertical grain anymore. You're cutting more plain, and you just don't get the flecking. And oak is really, it's so plain that you gotta just quarter saw it. That's what I'm gonna do. I've got a few more oaks I got last year that I'll just quarter saw it. At least try to get some character. So I'll let you know. And I finally figured out yesterday why the issues I'm having with the sawmill. So my motor would quit, or it would just drop. It's like either in the middle of cut, or it's just sitting here running while I'm doing stuff. Boom, just shuts right down. And So then I shut everything down, and then I checked my little starter. So there's a electronic starter that gets the motor started, and I felt heat, and it was like, that's odd. So I let it cool. I fired it up again, finished the cut, and then shortly thereafter, starting the next cut, boom, it trips out again. It's like, okay, something's going on. Shut everything down, reach in there, feel it. It's like it's warming up again. I'm not pulling that many amps. You know, I'm running 25, 30 amps through the whole rig. And then as I'm touching the wires, checking the wires, the one leg, pwit, it came right out of the bus, right out of the clamp, and it's like, oh, that does it. Does that makes heat? That's how. If you don't have good solid contacts, you're passing a lot of juice. It makes heat. So it's like, it's so thrilling when you find the solution to issues, and it's like, what is it hit, what's it doing, why is it doing this? And so I corrected. I examined all my fittings, you know, big wires. I checked all of them. I found another one that was not quite as where it should be. So they're all good, and I think I'm good to go with Sawn. So next week I got the guy I did all the 6x12 planing for. He's coming in, bringing my old big planer. That's going to be some cool videos. That's going to be in the yard coming next Tuesday, and then we're gonna sheet the back wall and this south wall. This is all just temporary right now, except for the two skylight. But we're gonna get it all done. So it'll be nice to have some help and actually progress and get something accomplished here and dried in. Okay, see you. I'll stop here. Bye.